Hello everybody, it's me again, and yeah, you can see the mess I have going on here, and this is usually how my brain just explodes with ideas, and this is the results. But I first want to take a minute and say thank you to everyone who has subscribed to me and who has commented and who has followed me on Facebook. I truly appreciate all of that, sincerely. If you haven't already and you think this channel is something you may like, you can subscribe. I would appreciate that as well. I plan on doing more videos like this, you know, coming up with different stitches and different technique videos, and I want to do more giveaways in the future. So if that sounds like something that may interest you, it'd be really cool if you subscribed. That's all I'm gonna say. And I think that's where I want to begin. So for the stitch, this stitch is super cool. I've done it in like a couple different ways. Like you can see here, this is more of like it's a sock weight yarn, and I did it on a really big needle. It's a size 8mm or US 11. But you can see, like, I think this would look so cool, like blocked in a scarf, in a wrap, a cowl, anything. But I think this would be like super cool and look really nice blocked. Then I did it here with just like a worsted weight and a 5mm needle, and I don't even know really what to call this stitch yet. It reminds me of like fence post, but again, I think it's something that might need to be blocked so you can actually see, you know, the vertical lines and how cool it is. But yeah, it's really easy. It's beginner friendly. Beginners will actually learn a new technique, I think. And all you have to do, like I said, every row is exactly the same. You can use any cast on you like. I always use the long tail cast on because that's my go-to cast on. I don't know, I prefer it. You could, if you wanted to, nothing like dog hair in your knitting project, but it happens. Anyways, if you wanted to, you could like knit the first row if you wanted to. If not, you don't have to. But this is how you do it. You cast on a multiple of 2s. That's all you do. Just 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Cast on multiples of 2. As long or as wide as you want it to go. Then, what you want to do is, you want to knit the first 2 stitches. So, just regular, knit 2 stitches. Now this is like the uncommon part, I want to call it. You're going to cast on a new stitch. And how I do that is I use like the knitted cast on method. And if you've never done that before, I'm going to show you how to do it. It's not hard. You go into the stitch as if to knit, but you don't take that off your left needle. No. You bring up that stitch you just pulled through, and you want to turn it so now you see the front bar is like facing you. Then you want to take your left needle and you want to go to the right side of that bar, and then you want to like scoop it up and put it on your left needle like so. And then all you want to do is knit that stitch you just made. Okay? Then you want to knit the next 2 stitches together. So you go in, and the cast on row is going to be hard because I think cast on rows are hard to knit to begin with. So this is going to be a little bit more challenging. But the further on in the project you get, the easier it gets. And like I said, if you wanted to do the first row like a knit row, it makes it easier also. So anyways, you just made a new stitch. You just knitted that new stitch. Now you're going to knit 2 stitches together. Okay? And that is literally it. That is what you're going to do. You're going to make a stitch. So I use the knitted cast on. Make a stitch. I pull it up. I flip it like this so it's looking at me. All the stitches are looking at me, and I see that front bar of that stitch I just pulled up. I'm going to take my left needle and I'm gonna go in between, you could say you're gonna go in between these first 2 stitches and pick up that stitch you just made and put it on your left needle. Then you're going to knit that stitch you just made. And then you're going to knit 2 stitches together. And again, the cast on row is a little tight, sorry, but I think we all understand. Okay, and we're gonna do that same thing over and over again until we get to the last 2 stitches, then we're going to knit those last 2 stitches as normal. Sorry, excuse me. Again, we're going to make a stitch. So, put our needle in as if to knit, wrap our yarn, bring it through. We're not taking it off our left needle, keeping it on there. We're gonna flip these stitches on our right needle to look at us. We're looking at them. We're gonna take our left needle and we're gonna place it right in between. Can you guys see that? I hope so. Let me focus this camera better. Okay, I think that's better. Again, I need a new camera. We're gonna take our left needle and we're gonna put it right in between these 2 stitches and we're gonna scoop up that stitch we just made and put it on our left needle. Okay? Now we're going to knit that stitch we just made. Okay, and now we're going to knit these 2 stitches together. And again, it's tight, it's cast on row, or it's just me, one or the other, but you get the drift. Okay. Again, same thing. We're going to make a stitch. Put our needle in as if to knit, wrap our working yarn around the needle, bring it through. We're not going to take it off our left needle. We're going to flip our right needle so all our stitches are looking at us. We're going to take our left needle and we're going to put it right in between these first 2 stitches and scoop up that loop. Okay, just like that. Now we're going to knit that stitch we just made. Then we're going to knit these 2 together. Again, same thing. We're going to make a stitch. Put our needle into the stitch as if to knit, wrap our yarn around, bring it up. Do not take that off the left needle. Flip our right needle so all our stitches are looking at us. We're going to take our left needle and we're going to place it right in between these 2 and we're going to pick up that front loop of that stitch we just pulled up. Put it on our left needle. Now we're going to knit that stitch that we just made. And we're going to knit the next 2 stitches together. And it's the cast on row, so it's tight, and I apologize. Cannot say that enough, obviously. Okay, again, we have 4 stitches left. We're going to make a stitch. Bring it up, do not take it off. Look at our stitches on our right needle. Take our left needle, put it right in between these 2 stitches and grab that front loop, put it on our left needle, knit that stitch. Knit these 2 stitches together. Okay, now we have 2 stitches left and all we're going to do is knit the last 2 stitches as normal. There we go. First row done, second row will be easier, third row even easier. Turn our work. We're going to knit our first 2 stitches. You always knit your first 2 and your last 2 stitches as normal. So we're going to knit our first 2 stitches as normal. Okay, now we're going to make a stitch. Put our needle in, bring it up. Do not take it off the left needle. Look at our stitches. Place our left needle in between these 2 stitches and scoop up that loop and put it on your left needle. Now we're going to knit that stitch. Now we're going to knit these 2 together. Should have used a different yarn. You know me. Okay. And that's how you do it. Again, make a stitch. Bring it up, don't take it off. Look at your stitches, place your left hand needle in between the two and scoop up the front bar of that stitch you just brought up. Put it on your left hand needle and knit that stitch. And that is it. And you just want to keep repeating that. After you make a stitch and you knit it, then you want to knit the next two stitches together. And you keep doing that over and over and over until it is long enough and it is where you want it to be. And that's how you do it. And this is what it looks like. It is, I mean, it's really easy. And I think it's good for beginners because, again, you learn the cast on, the knitted cast on for a stitch and then knitting the two together. And it's repetitive. So I think it's good. It might get boring after a while, honestly. But I think the result is so pretty. It's just so pretty. And again, I think it would be really pretty in lace, like lace weight yarn, blocked out with like variegated yarn and just, oh, I think that would be really, really pretty. But that's how you do it. If you have any questions, again, you can follow me on Facebook. I will leave that link in the description. I try to answer all the questions, and if you like my channel, please subscribe. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to share it with all your friends, that would be great too. Let me think. I think that's all for today. As always, thanks again, guys. I really do appreciate it. And I hope you all have a fabulous day. And I will see you next time with something new, I'm sure. Have a great day, guys. Bye.